Hello and welcome to $40. F that with Ken and Will.
Hello. I already have the game. I, for one, if it were available on Linux, would be willing to $40 the dollars.
That is
But
fair.
but also, I'm pretty sure when you get the game, there's an option to go back to these horrible graphics, and I would choose it anyways because I've become accustomed to it.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Welcome. We're
So
playing this game again.
yeah, in celebration, to be clear, like
Yeah.
I wish them the best. We're just
Yeah.
playing this game this time because like $40.
Yeah. Yeah. To be perfectly clear, I do not play Dwarf Fortress, and I
Mhm.
would be the one that would have to spend the $40 to buy it for to work on my system, and I'm not
Yeah,
willing to do that. It's the holiday season, and
yeah,
the coffers are running low.
it's the way it goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we already streamed this like ages ago. It's not the same, it's not a continuation. This is a new game.
Yeah.
But this time
100%.
around, I decided because we had the experience of the opening confusing slog, where you don't know what you need to do
Mm-hmm.
and your dwarves are starving, this is now the secondary slog, where you have nothing to sell and your defenses aren't unprepared and you have no military.
My favorite point of any game, really.
Gotta make sure I don't go into my save. Not because there's any problems, it's because I would just start talking about how much I love my boys.
Look at my boys. They're all as experienced as can
Mhm.
be and doing the best they can with their
Yeah.
life.
So why don't we take a quick tour?
Sounds good to me.
So this, I find it more fun to make the game auto generate them at this point. This one is ancient brass.
Ooh.
Um,
Ancient brass, you say?
our civilization is the orb of sculptures, and our government is the oil of entering. And I'm so one hot, two.
I was gonna say,
I'm really
nice.
I'm really glad we got this spot because this is like the perfect zone for dwarf shit. Normally, all the mountain edges are crowded,
Right.
and you're competing with other civilizations. But just
Mm-hmm.
look at that! Look at that!
Like that is pretty solid. Not that I know what the symbol for any other civilizations are, but
Oh well, we
like
can. There's a couple of
I
different
have
ways you can look at
forgotten
them.
every single like symbol. Like when we finished
Yeah.
off the last game, I was like, okay, I can read this. I can
Mhm.
read this. All gone. All gone. I'm going
So
purely based on color coding at this point.
luckily, if you look at it on this level, there's like these are like roads and stuff.
Okay.
Anything that has these ohms is dwarves,
Okay.
and then like some of the other civilizations are confusing. Like you'll have a mix of like these and those, which are human, and then these are like elven. But then
Okay.
also some of them are taken over. Like these are goblin pits. But like here it says like the oh I just saw it, the goblin forest retreat. Like that would have been taken over by goblins, and it's still a
Okay.
forest retreat. And then there's stuff like tombs and like castles and stuff like that. But you can also go to a holdings screen, and that'll tell you where all your stuff is.
Yep,
So
that is a much better screen.
anyways, back to another horrible screen.
I agree with Solid Joel. Imagine trying to play this if you're colorblind.
I know, right?
It genuinely just looks like ASCII art at that point.
Yep. Luckily for us, it's colorful ASCII art, which
Yeah.
anyways, so we're kind of like that's where we were in this world. We've got this little like river here that goes through into kind of like a bit of desert because I like to mix the biomes
Yeah.
so different like animals can go through.
Yeah. Get the variety.
And this was an excellent spawn because we have tons of trees. We have sand which we can use for glass, but also like we can farm on it. We're dwarves, we farm different.
That's true.
Um, and then right down here we start having where was it? Tetrahedrite, which you can smelt down into copper and silver. We're not at that stage yet, but we can be very, very soon, depending on what we prioritize.
Okay.
Like, it's a good spot. We even have bees. We don't quite have honey yet. We're still building.
Okay.
We only have 19 people. And I nicknamed all the people who came in our first like founding wave.
Nice. I like it. I do the same thing with Pokemon.
Yeah. So on our first level here, I'm in the project of like building out walls and separating like a walled in, well, semi-walled in, um, like animal section, like a gathering section. Or I think here is where I'm gonna have my pasture, and then here is where we're gonna gather.
Okay.
Or it was another combination like that. I don't know. I'll have to double check when I actually finish plotting this out. Down here, we've got some farm plots in the sand. This is just our surface layer. I haven't finished the defenses, so you can kind of just go in here. But I'm going to add some statues so that the wagons come in all orderly and fancy like.
That is, we do want like a kiss and ride kind of situation going.
So we've got a trade depot, and then behind here, I have my manager's office, which is this area in here.
Oh,
These
he gets a
stockpiles are meant
fancy
for this.
spherical like hemisphere room.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, depending on your design, some people literally just make like two wide little bolt holes for them to sleep in. I
Right.
try to make them as nice as possible. I'm actually in the middle of like putting down all the furniture and stuff in these rooms.
I,
Currently,
I
there's
can only
10.
equate that to RimWorld, and I create the two wide little spots in
Yep.
RimWorld where it's just like, all right, you have enough room for a bed, enjoy. And they're, for some reason, they're all angry at me. I don't understand.
So over here, I have the sort of bones for what, if we get there far enough, is going to be an elaborate sewer system. To prevent overflows, I like to keep things like separated.
Okay.
Um, let's see. All these little kind of pockets here are like little workshop zones. I design my fortresses so that there's like something that goes to the top, and then you build like bridges. You have to channel it out completely, and then you build bridges and like constructed floors over top so that the inside has light. And then as long as you make sure that everybody at some point in their day has to go through the light zone, you never get cave adapted.
Okay.
If they get cave adapted, just when they go outside, they get sick and slow and bad at fighting and puke all over the place. And
So
it
it
literally
sounds
makes big
like
green lines.
me when I didn't go outside for like 2 months straight during COVID.
Yeah, basically.
I went outside and got vitamin C for the first time in months, and it was just like, oh dear God, I'm done. I'm dead.
So right now I'm just building deeper. What I should do is excavate out some more rooms here. I've got kind of like a good stock, not a good material stockpile here, a little materials mall. And then these are all basically empty, but they'll fill up as our economy gets bigger. We don't make anything right now, so like armor and shields and like bracelets and stuff would go in there. We don't even have bins or buckets, so we can't build a well yet.
Okay.
That being said, I think this is the bottom. Yeah, this is where we're excavating for the last layer. I think I'm gonna do a like food market here,
Seems pretty solid. Well, look, that's
and
a
then
cool design for a food market. I like it.
eh, and then I think the last thing is gonna be a tavern there. But that's where we are now. That's our start point.
It's a good
What do
start
you
point.
think? What should we be? What should we be doing?
I have
So
no
we
idea.
have okay. I've already automated a bunch of things, so like hopefully people should start puttering around and doing things like some of these you check and you put conditions on. So like there's a priority for gets cooked based on what's available.
Okay.
Um, you like mill things, you press honey, all that sort of stuff.
Okay. I kind of just like watching the stream go.
Nice.
There's a certain relaxation into how the ASCII art warps,
It does morph real good. Okay, I just want to double check. We're not going
especially if
down.
you
We're gonna make a
accidentally
hole.
flood your
Yeah.
tunnels.
I definitely did overflow very slightly in my cistern, if you look closely.
Nice.
Didn't hit the next floor, which,
That's
I was semi
important.
prepared for anyways.
That is very
But
important. I think honestly that would probably be my worst fear as a dwarf. Like mining out the tunnels in this basement area and then all of a sudden there's just rushing water. Sounds fucking horrifying.
there's a lot of horrifying ways to die in this game.
It's fair enough.
Alright, we got tables and chairs. I'm gonna finish these. This is a new design of room for me. I try to make them pretty on the outside as you're like looking through, while
Okay.
also giving dwarves a place to go and things to do.
Giving the dwarves a good life.
Yeah. You get to have a little house.
Yeah. A little living space. That's pretty fucking sick. I like that.
This is a great game if you're obsessive and everything must be flawless. Either great or terrible, or both.
Yeah. I'm currently
Those are
finding
these.
that with my Pokemon playthrough. I just have it where it's just like, all right, I have all of these Pokemon, and now I must organize them in boxes. So I will neatly organize them based on all of their purposes and do all this and set everything up all pretty so that when I go to level, nothing changes. It doesn't matter in the slightest, but I am satisfied with it.
Look, games are for fun.
Yeah.
That's what they're for.
Yeah.
And if my brain likes it, then it's fun. This
Yeah.
is fun. I'm having fun.
The brain gives serotonin. Me like serotonin.
I think I'm going to do the next set of them. Everything's also slightly warped because it's not perfect squares. Most texture packs will fix that. But I don't wanna.
No. Screw that. Games should be enjoyed in their purest forms. I say, having just finished like a modded Knights of the Old Republic run. A heavily modded Knights of the Old Republic run.
Purist. Parentheses, most unpleasant.
I mean, if nothing else, it proved my point because the mods ended up bugging out the game to the point where I couldn't finish the run. So I feel justified in my statement even more so.
Well, would the game work without the mods?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Surprisingly, Knights of the Old Republic and Knights of the Old Republic 2 have needed very little in the way of tech intervention to be functional.
That's funny considering, like, same studios, same span of time, like every other game.
Yeah. Like, it is very odd, but those are very well put together games, I suppose.
Maybe the Force is with them.
Maybe the Force is with them. Yeah, it doesn't matter anyway. It's still not my canon, whatever the fuck the exile's name is in Knights of the Republic 2.
Alright, so we're furnishing.
That's always
I made
good.
the rooms, but I didn't assign them, so whoever sleeps in these beds first claims them.
I like that method of calling dibs. It's great. It's
know,
like
right?
the lick it approach. Although, I guess you could lick the bed. It's your bed then.
Look, I already drool on the bed.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe that's how they're calling dibs. Instead of licking it, they're drooling on the pillow.
Okay, we're doing a lot of excavating. We're doing some good work.
There's a lot of excavation jobs that are necessary right now. You're setting up a lot with the rooms and the kitchen and everything like that.
Alright, so how do I want to zone this out? here we've got like these are little nest boxes. It's kind of like a scratchy area. Out here we've got hives, so I don't want anybody going in there.
Yeah, that would be bad.
These 3 entrances out here are like wagon accessible. This one's just like pedestrian slash, like person and animal accessible.
Right.
Some of it has to be pens. Some of it has to be like gathering zones.
Ah, you have struck pyrite.
I have.
The ultimate fool's gold. Love it.
Indeed. I'm thinking that maybe this section here I just wall in over my what was I gonna say? I just wall it in over my fields so that I don't accidentally log.
Okay.
And then the other ones I turn into the actual pens and stuff.
That makes sense. I think I might put on a chill video game soundtrack. Do you think any chill video game soundtracks?
I'm a fan of the old Zeldoid.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
I don't know if I'd hear it, but
No, you definitely wouldn't hear it, but shall we go Ocarina of Time OST and go from there?
it's a classic. I can work with that.
Yes. Now that is some chill fucking tunes. Okay.
I'm just gonna put everything that isn't a cat or a dog in here.
It's fair.
There we go.
A lot of strays. I guess that is how that works. You just kind of go, oh, you're a stray cow? Get in this pen. All right, you're my cow now.
Well, it basically means non-pet /
Yeah.
non-assigned animal.
Right, okay.
Alright, let's build some walls. They're gonna be traversable, but they don't need to be perfect.
Yeah, no.
There we go.
Yeah, that's all. Like the wall. This game can somewhat feel a little bit Bob Rossian. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like, it's like, now we're just gonna add a happy little cistern over here. Yeah, that's nice.
And even when you're being slaughtered, like, it's so pretty the way that the body parts flee through the air. You can track them on multiple Z levels now.
Oh no, it would appear that Astrid the astrologer has sadly perished. Oh well, as we always say, there's always just happy little accidents.
Dead dwarf slowly rising from the cistern.
Well, my dwarven brothers, it's time to take arms.
It looks like there's actually a lot of people out here just kind of like having a good time doing a little fish. Oh, that's what I should put on this side. A refuse stockpile.
Ooh, that'd be solid.
For our fortress, a big dumpy on the rear end.
You want every fortress to have a big dumpy. Let's be real.
Critical.
It is quite crucial.
Now, what are they putting down? Is it anything we can... A damsel files remains. Okay, we got old crops. I want to know if we're getting like mussels or mussel shells for our fishing here.
Ooh, good question.
because if that's the case, you can make a surprising amount of money off of it. No, I think it's just good fish.
I mean, so long as the fish are good, it should be fine. It's a bit of a shame, but at least it's good fish.
Here we go. We've excavated this section. So I like to make these custom stockpiles. So we have food here, and it'll enable all of these different categories. I'm going to block them all for now. Let's do meat. I think I want it kind of a mirror of this. So like, and then I think I'll have unprepared fish separate from fish. Normal fish in the back.
Party fish in the front?
Wait, hold on. Or is that the whole... Oh yeah, that's the whole fish. Never mind. Have I been How long have I been misreading this menu?
Years.
Okay, just gonna block that. Do that. Just some fish. Just some fish.
So what's the difference between the fish and unprepared fish?
So meat is actually meat because it's been prepared from corpse.
Okay.
Which is a separate stockpile.
Okay.
It's the same thing with here, but unprepared fish to fish. You fish an unprepared fish, and then the fish is turned into a fish.
Gotcha.
Does that make
so much sense? That's what I assumed was what was going on, but I just had to make sure.
Okay,
and then
I'm going to apply egg. Block egg. Where is... There it is. Cheese. What else do we have? We have mill. Love good mill. Trying to think if there's anything else that we want to put down there. No, I think that's good there. Then there's 6 crops that we make as dwarves that I think I want to put down. No, I don't think we have space for that in this market. It doesn't really matter that much. It's a bit too unnecessarily granular. Then again, this is unnecessarily granular, the game.
This is unnecessary granular, the game, and also this is a, well, pseudo granary.
True. In that case, it's time to granule. So fruit and leaves, I think I'm going to leave for like after we do a bit of a survey of what we're actually eating. But we can do it with plants. We make dimple cup. We make a lot of dimple cup. Same thing with plump helmet. How's your helmet? Is it plump?
I wouldn't say it's plump, but you know, it has some sort of like volume to it.
Mm-hmm. Some pigtails.
I saw a post recently that asks how goblins wore their helmets. Like, do they have the ears covered? Are the ears exposed? Does the helmet, like, shape to their ear? Or is it just, like, a fucking square? Like, do they have just a rectangle on their head? And these are the important questions that the D&D community has.
Mm-hmm. They're critical questions, you see.
It's very crucial. How am I supposed to draw my OC if I don't know how goblins wear helmets?
It'll be a question that's never answered.
Yeah.
which is ultimately a loss for science. It's a loss for culture.
Oh, it is a massive loss for the cultural community. Like, the
community
echoes
of
of which will be felt for years to come.
The cultural community, the community of, culture.
Cusco's poison. The poison specifically made to kill Cusco.
All right. So I'm going to make it so all the stockpiles in the back have the actual barrels and bins, and the ones in the front, like, get given to. Sort of like your merchandising.
Right.
It also gives busy work for dwarves so they don't get too drunk and die.
Sorry, I'm just really enjoying the music sometimes for this. It just pops up at like the perfect time you're describing something, and like the shop music pops up, and it's like da, 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 da. Just like it just amuses me greatly. Is basically it.
Let's see. We still need a tanner, or we still need a kitchen. Anything else that's critical that I want to put? No, I'm going to save the other workshops for later. I'll put down a kitchen, and then I'll put down a bowyers, just to fill space, in case anyone feels like bowing.
They can construct a Boeing 747.
Mm-hmm. Little David Bowie.
If ever we find someone with a bow, I sincerely suggest that we change their name to that.
We never know. We haven't put together a military yet.
True.
Okay, the chests, weapon racks, armor stands are still being made. For that level, at least. The next level's being excavated. Going pretty good. People are walking around. We have plant, which is okay. There is water. We just don't have buckets. You know what? I'm going to cancel this and turn this into a second carpenter's. We need more wood stuff made.
I mean, if we don't have the metal for buckets, it makes sense. We need to compensate.
Well, you can make metal buckets and you can make wood buckets.
Oh, okay.
But we could have metal buckets if we have sufficient and needless metal.
I'm assuming it's completely pointless to have metal buckets.
Well, it's nice.
I guess.
Keeps the metal smithing guilds happy.
We're making buckets. Truly a satisfied job right there.
Mm-hmm. Well, nothing's going to attack us for a little while, so we're good with just having some walls to make sure we don't get surrounded, and then worst comes to worst, we'll have a bunch of people jump into a cluster and fight. We're almost done digging these out. And I also gave the order for all this stuff to be built. We don't have that much in terms of people, so I guess it's just not happening.
They need to get to making more colonists. We need more dwarves. There's a distinct lack of dwarf in my fortress.
We gotta beef them up good.
Oh yeah.
Alright, we finished that bit of excavation. We have rooms that we can fill up as we do more carpentry. Not everything has to be made out of wood, but it's genuinely way faster than doing it out of stone. And we have better things to make out of stone.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I wonder where do we go from here? Do we go deeper for more like layers of workshops and stuff? Do we make a tavern?
I think we make a tavern. The whole vibe so far has been, making people happy and stuff like that. So I think we continue that trend.
All right. So we can actually go up if we want to from here. Because there's space above it.
Okay.
We could have a little mezzanine.
I thought you wanted
For
the
now-
tavern near the food area.
That's just right
Oh,
there. In fact, the merchandising is working. We have a whole bunch of... There's a lot of carpentry being done. We have lots of barrels. Here we got some plump helmets on display.
Nice.
So purple. So wonderful. Okay, so I think I'm going to make these little booths for eating, little private zones. Nice set of double doors. How do you think we build this? Because, like, in general, for a tavern, you need space. You need actual, like, alcohol and chests and instruments and stuff like that. But, like, you basically just need a square that's 5 by 5 that's big enough to be a dwarven dance floor. But, we could have, like, a little maitre d' table.
Yeah,
could have,
I'd be
like-
down for that. A little maitre d' table, a little stage to have some performances, I mean, if we have a 5 by 5 dwarven dance table, we might as well have some peeps who are able to do, like, performances.
Excuse me. So let's just say we put down, like... Oh no, it'd have to be deeper than that. So it'd be like a single table and chair, like a little podium, table, chair. Little, like, insufficient waiting space.
Yeah,
I
so
think we
you can
zone it.
have so many people waiting to get into the club.
Mhm. I think we actually zone the taverns that people, like, waiting in line or waiting outside.
That would be amazing. I would love that.
Okay, so I like the idea of keeping it on these big, like, footprints like this. So we've got this zone here that we can excavate out. Little maitre d' spot.
Right.
Here we could have, like, 4 tables, 4 chairs. Same thing on the other side. Little private booths. Maybe a couple of, like, more out in the open tables here and there. Maybe put, like, a bar over here or something. What do you think?
Bar in the back, definitely. Yeah, love it. With the tables, I think that was a great idea.
Kind of in the back?
Yeah.
Or, like, just behind the maitre d' here?
Ah, that is a good question. It would be, like, perfectly reflective, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that.
Actually, you could put the bar on the second level right above it.
I see.
We just need to add, like, an up staircase here and there.
No, I think having it mirrored on the other side is a pretty good idea.
Alright.
Like having the maitre d' table and then the bar mirrored on the other side.
Alright, so just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that.
Yeah. Gives the club the appearance of walking into a different world, you know?
Or, if we were to go 1, 2, we put a pillar. 3, 4, 5, pillar. 1, 2. Then we could put, like, a bunch of little goblets, some mugs. Then that'll paste that out.
It also looks like a frowny face.
You know, let's give them... We'll think about it a little bit further after they, like, excavate and we finished building furniture.
Yeah, sounds good.
What's everyone even doing? You just no job in it? What? you
They're
don't
being
construct?
idlers. How dare they?
What, have these all been canceled? Come on.
They're just being slackers. They're all lazy. How dare they?
Oh, unless it's inaccessible. They might be actually trapped.
That tracks. That tracks.
Okay, I'm just gonna go cancel some of those work orders. Cancel some of these work orders. And make these actually accessible with a new work order. And there we go.
Nice.
How are you doing in there, dumbass? Annoyed after sleeping on a rough cave floor. That's rough, buddy.
At least he
But you're
feels satisfied.
at work.
Yeah, at least
Yes.
that's a thing.
Anyone? Oh no.
No.
Okay, let's just cancel all of these.
What were those supposed to be?
Just floor.
Oh, okay. But having floor made it inaccessible?
Oh no. I dug out alcoves and stuff too early, so now it's all just...
Oh, I see.
You know what? I'm gonna put my trust in Domas. And the
Come
dwarven
on,
urge
Domas,
for
I believe
survival.
in you.
V, that's it. Building more blocks. Come on. Priorities. Okay, maybe you're a little too satisfied at work.
He's so satisfied he doesn't want to leave it.
Let's just make it out of the adjacent chalk. I'm going to assume that there's something the dwarves do to make this actually a building material.
Okay, yep. We actually see some progress now.
Hey, there we go.
Alright, we can continue with our lives now.
We've achieved freedom.
Finally.
And at what cost? The productivity, mostly.
Mostly, and also, you know, chalk floors. Yes. It's kind of a tragedy, but not much we can do about it now.
Yeah, you know what? For the UI, it's just a nice little pretty pale stone. It'll only be when we look at the name of the stone every single time. We got elves. In a caravan.
Ooh. Based on the music, they must have a shooting gallery. This is why this is why I never stream with music usually. Because I end up getting really distracted by the music and completely forget about the game that I'm playing.
Okay, we have a bunch of rough gems. Do we have any cut gems? No, we don't. So if we want to, the elves don't usually have much, but we could give them some of our rough stuff. The thing with elves is that they don't want anything that harms nature, but they don't understand how technology works. So they don't like charcoal, they don't like any wood-made goods, but they're fine with metal because they don't know what it's made of.
You really just have to assume that it's just like, this must be some tree-adjacent product. Because clearly everything is made from tree.
Well, everything they make is grown. Like, they make magic growing trees.
Ah, I see.
So I guess they're like, oh, dwarves, and you do other things.
You
Cool.
chop down the tree? You monster. Oh, but this thing that is not tree. I get it. All right, this is fine.
All right, let's see what we can trade. We don't have an appraisal skill, so we don't know what any of it's worth. But okay. I think we try to buy all of their fine woodland fruits. We don't have a bow, so we can't use arrows. They have elven crafts. And their clothes will fit us, because we're both technically small compared to humans.
Huh.
They have, like, wood armor and stuff like that. And wood weapons, but they suck compared to what we can make, so there's literally no point.
You know, I think that might be the first time I've heard elves being shorter than humans on average. Because, like, most of the time they're portrayed as, like, these tall, thin, like, elegant things. And less, like, you know, fey folk.
Do you know what a Siamang is?
I've never heard of a Siamang. No. Never.
You wanna Google it real quick or something?
Alright. Siamang.
They have a giant flying squirrel.
Oh! Okay. It's a gibbon. It looks honestly very Chad. This monkey exudes sort of like a Chad energy based on its photo. I like it. Like, it looks like he's just sitting around waiting for someone to come around. Like, he's just like, yeah, Tom called, he said he was going to be here in about 10 minutes, so I'm just going to sit here and wait. Maybe I'll go to Tim's, grab like a coffee or something. Yeah.
Well, I've requested their foods in exchange for our rough crystals.
I see.
We could get some clothes, but I don't know if it's really... If we have clothes, that's fine. The giant flying squirrel. Chad monkey.
And Chad monkey.
There's a couple of boats. And some elven instruments. We are making a tavern. But we don't know how much these are worth. You know what? That. Bunch of boats. These dudes. If I press T. Okay, you won't trade at a loss. No squirrel. Do we ditch the Chad monkey?
I don't think we take the Chad monkey. From my research,
make too many requests, or they'll get angry.
From my research, they have a large gular sac, which is a throat pouch. This is found in both males and females of the species, and can be inflated to the size of the Siamang's head, allowing it to make loud, resonating calls or sounds. So if we bring this thing into the cave, it can probably make a guttural cry so loud it can be heard throughout the entire tunnel.
Okay, now I want it, though.
That is, you know what? Fair. Fair.
Taking that off the table, and I think having their food is actually really critical right now. Maybe we make a request without that, with like half the boats. No, they won't trade at a loss. How about just the food?
Yeah, just the food.
Okay, no, it's not. It's not happening.
Yeah, no. Unfortunate, but what can you do about it?
Yeah, we're just gonna have to make it on our own with our plant. What kind of plant we got? Plump helmets, quarry bush leaves. It's not bad. Oh, we have multiple egg and multiple milk.
That's very important.
We
I
don't
like
have enough
both
animals
those
that
things.
we can really slaughter them yet. But what I like to do is I like to make like at least one of every kind of animal a pet. The only ones you can't do it to are cats,
Right.
because the joke is that the cat adopts the dwarf.
Right. Okay.
So Nanny and Billy, Hen and Roost. But I don't want too many random pets. We have these dogs. There's a peahen, but I don't see a peacock. There's already a gander. Huh? A couple of water buffalo. But the horse and the donkey don't have mates yet, so we're just gonna leave them as strays. See if anyone decides to make a farm friend. How you doing? You like your house?
I mean, the random ASCII head looks pretty content.
Oh, they're still drinking out of the river. There's plant. They're not brewing, it looks like. Only one of them's doing that. Are these just woodcutters? I'm gonna go into their... Yeah, I'm just gonna give them every woodworking and see if that helps.
Just make all the thing.
Because sometimes they're just like wood cutters.
Right. Okay.
And they won't actually like do anything with the wood. There we go. One of them's constructing a build. Ooh! Constructing the other carpenter's shack. There we go.
Yeah, the thing I love about these types of games is you always have a tendency to jump to the final stage where it's just like, this person is going to do this. And then you're just like, oh wait, no, I need them to do every other thing in order to actually like be productive.
Mm-hmm. Well, here we are. We have the room for the bar, and we have that kind of space. I don't know how many people are going to be eating here. Maybe we just make our dance floor in the little stage. What do you think for the tavern?
Tavern, good.
Tavern good?
Tavern
That's what you
good.
got?
That's what I got.
Okay. Alright. Tavern good.
Tavern good. We're gonna have the best fucking nightclub.
Mm-hmm. So the chairs go out to here. And then we need a hey, watch it barrier. So I'm going to make it 7x7 instead. That's 1, 2, 5, 6 plus the 1. The 1. Okay, so if I put column there, then that'll kind of pace it out. We can put tables and chairs beyond that barrier. Then I like to make a little band shell. because it's pretty. But we need them to finish making these chests and stuff. Either we get better at carpentry. They're working now. Ervod's getting it.
Ervod is a champ. I like it. Solid name. Sigma Male. He's
Actually,
got that
wait.
Sigma Male grind set.
We gotta go thoughts and preferences. He Sigma male. Okay.
Yes. That is true. That is true.
If you check every 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 source that talks about this stuff, they'll say that there are also Sigma and Omega and Delta females. And I wish that I was joking and just making up random Greek letters, but if you Google it, all of those are a thing.
All of those are a
Like,
thing.
some
Yeah.
sort of person who's deep into the rabbit hole enough will just, like, go deeper.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you elaborate on a completely crackpot thing?
Exactly.
Because clearly something doesn't exist to fit your notion of this complete bullshit thing that you're making up on the spot. So what you have to do is then create an extra layer inside of the bullshit to sort of house all of this.
That's what
which
I find
is
so funny.
where we get all of that Sigma Delta bullshit.
Because, like, it started with the wolf study that was debunked by its own author.
Yeah.
With, like, the alphas and betas. And then, like, there was this thing where, like, basically there are people who bought into it but couldn't argue the fact that by their own framework they were betas. They're like, actually, there's a Sigma male?
Yeah.
And then there's also people who just were like, oh, I don't like Jads. So they made up, like, some kind of other one. And then there was some other one that they made up for, like, oh, well, we'll agree these guys suck.
I'm pretty sure it goes all the way to Zeta. Like...
They're like, well, it's Greek, so there have to be more.
Yeah, like, it... I'm pretty sure this goes fucking far.
Hey, Bombrock, do you have a job? No? Okay, are you good at anything? Okay. Apparently we got good musicians coming in.
Oh, that's good.
Because hopefully once we plonk our instruments down in that tavern, we can get some action going.
Get a real bumpin' tavern.
Wow, this is a lot of people. And animals!
Uh-huh. Is that a lot of people and animals?
Well, where were we at? 19 before?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get
I wasn't looking in the top right. I was looking at the screen. I'm like, I'm seeing like 2 or 3 people walk by every little moment. Like, I have no idea if that's a lot of people. 41! Yeah, no, we jumped a little bit. Just a little bit. Will we be okay with our food supply?
Well, we have more workers.
That's true.
We also have more plant. And more other.
That is true.
So at least people are... Like, we don't have a kitchen, so we aren't making meals. And no one's brewing for some reason. I think it's because we aren't making enough barrels as well. Like, if we go to our work orders, armor stand, chest, weapon rack. If we go down here, same thing. Did I forget to do that? That's what it is. I forgot to do that.
Oh no.
Okay, so I'm gonna go queue for a new order. I'm gonna go bin, because we need some wooden bins for our goods. That explains so much. And is going to solve multiple problems. I'm gonna make it conditional so it goes forever, so infinite bins. Infinite barrels. Infinite buckets. But then we go condition based on reagents, so we don't run out of logs in an emergency. Bins, I'm gonna make them empty. Empty bins at most 10. So as long as we still have 10 empty bins, they won't just like make infinite bins. Same sort of thing
Always
for
useful.
the barrels.
It's my worst fear whenever I set like a gun order and then I'm just like, why don't I have any steel?
Mhm.
Which I did once. I had like a mod installed that let me like basically set infinite orders in RimWorld so that I was getting like
Mhm.
top quality weapons. And I found
Yeah.
that like it was just slowly but steadily draining my steel supply. I'm like, why are none of my tasks getting done? And I'm just like, oh, because one, they're spending all their time making weapons, and two, we have no steel.
Mhm.
Great
I'm
times.
gonna just grab a bird real quick. This hasn't happened to me before in my games previously. This
Oh.
specific thing, but
Oh. So we have a priest of the cult of Burns. Has many worshippers in ancient brass and now requires a temple and priest.
ooh,
The
I'm
location
back.
must be built and furnished with a new position appointed by you. Do you approve this request? Are we going to join the cult of Burns?
The cult of Booerns.
Yeah, the cult of Burns.
I think so. Let's build a temple. We're already building a tavern.
I mean, what's the difference?
A temple to beer. Another thing I like to do is, in addition to these things that make people go outside, is I have like multiple staircases in case of invaders going up, so they can't just. It slows the dwarves down, which kind of sucks. But in
Mm-hmm.
comparison to the risk of having anything that finds a staircase just
Just
giving
fucking
it
run
full and
rampant.
immediate
Yeah.
access, like you can actually be like, okay, they can't get past here without going down this staircase, so I'll position my soldiers here.
Yeah.
So that would be an up, a down, and then this would be their downstairs. This one's another. This one's an up down. There's a downstairs, two up downs, and then an upstairs. So they're like four tall, and then they're kind of staggered.
Okay.
So there's two layers, and the way that dwarves path, they'll generally like take the stairway to the top, or like to the lowest possible level before leaving it. So there's two different levels that they'll kind of like go down depending on their path. You also have platinum.
Apparently, yeah, you struck native platinum. Congratulations.
Actually, I have these openings here that I haven't used yet. I could turn those into more workshops. We could start forging.
I mean, it would make sense to have like the work and eat spot in like a similar sort of level.
There we go. We have little pincer formations. Kind of look like circles on the overhead map once you put the housing in behind. And once we furnish the other places, we'll quickly start doing, if anything, we'll start having levels that we don't put workshops on that we're just using for housing.
Okay.
But for now, we're establishing our core economy, so, you know. Actually, you know what? While we're still furnishing it, we can let people just loaf here. It's going to go meeting area, assign location. We don't have any, so I'm going to add our inn/tavern. The lunches of paper. Do you think we're ready for random people coming, or do you think we still need to have this be like our hidden dwarven hidey hole?
I like let's greet people. Let's
Okay.
greet everyone with open arms, or you know,
Okay. It's by default
armed.
open to everyone, so we might have visitors come by to our map and like visit the tavern. Once we have temples, they'll visit the temples.
That's pretty fucking cool. We can spread the cult of Burns.
Right away, multiple people coming in.
Perfect. I mean, it's also a good way for us to make money, right?
Well, not necessarily money.
True.
The dwarven economy seems to be vibes.
We trade good vibes.
Mm.
Sorry, sir, you can't buy another ale. You've got bad vibes.
Mm.
I'm gonna need you to step outside for a vibe check.
Okay, we've got a bunch of chests made, which is nice. So that's this layer minus their weapon racks and armor stands. Most of them don't use it, but like, come on, they're dwarfy boys. They gotta have them. So I think what I'm gonna do is put a stockpile for prepared food, which we don't have yet, in this corner, this corner, this corner, this corner, and this corner. Do the same thing on the other side. Then drinks.
Soldier says, "Where be the ale, matey? Aye." That doesn't sound very dwarven. A little.
I mean, it's the R. That's pretty accurate.
Yeah. Fair enough. It's the R that really gives it away.
We had a barrel shortage that we're attempting to amend. Okay, did I add one there?
How granular is the game as far as like barrel construction goes? Is it like you just need some wood? Or is it like you need wood and nails and also like metal rings?
Luckily it's just wood.
Okay.
Like that, it's not Graveyard Keeper level. Graveyard Keeper was weirdly elaborate on the carpentry level.
It really is. Like, Jesus Christ. They want you to spend as much time in the early game as possible in that game. It's just like, alright, and now we're gonna build nails, and we're gonna build wooden wedges.
Alright, I'm plonking down some weapon racks. Doing pretty good. Only one left, and then I'll put the order in for the next level of furniture. Currently, we got rooms for all kinds of people. Like this one belongs to Ilral the clerk. How you doing, Ilral? Good job, Ilral.
What a good boy.
Gonna listen to a story.
That is the best thing about a tavern, is the ability to listen to stories.
No phones, just vibes.
Yeah, no phones, just vibes. Living your best life.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I got 2 more spaces. I think I'm gonna go make a wood furnace so that we can make charcoal. Get out of mudstone because it's bothering me that it's all chalk. At the very least, next to all of the metal ore, it should be like, I don't know, marble.
Yeah, chalk feels weird to have next to a bunch of metal. And like, metal workshops feels weird to have chalk there.
Mm-hmm.
Also, having chalk floors cannot be good for your lungs. I know they're
Who knows?
hardy dwarven lungs, but like that
Maybe
can
it's good for dwarf lungs. Wait, crow man, crow woman, crow people, you vibing?
Corvo? Is that
Corvo?
you? Croquil? Warbles? Oh god. Yeah. I'm for a D&D game that a buddy of mine started up. I decided to play a Kenku, who was a former like entertainer and had his own like traveling troupe. And I'm just like, well, I'm a crow man, but I don't want to call myself Corvo. But I will, however, call his old like group that he used to travel with, like the Corvo Entertainment Theater. I'm just like, yeah, references only I understand.
Nobody suspects a thing.
Nobody suspects a thing that I'm including characters from completely different campaigns. It doesn't matter. Corvo was like the greatest character ever. I don't know why we all fell in love with Corvo.
I think it's because he had absolutely nothing to say.
Yeah.
Everyone else was suspicious, and it's like, I don't want plot, I just want a squawking man.
I just want man who goes, eh.
I think it's because he was also Perry the Platypus.
Random Corvid. Corvo the Corvid.
Okay, what is everybody doing, and why can't I put more? Okay. For some reason it said that we couldn't put down some of the armor stands due to access. They must have been finishing like a... Oh no, it says no access. Guess we have to finish digging? That's weird. Is anyone here gonna mine?
Nah.
Why aren't we mining?
They went outside to touch grass, dude. What can I say?
You know, fair.
It's an essential part of life. Oh, Saladril, thanks. Music of choice is the Zelda Ocarina of Time OST, currently on the Potion Shop track.
Oh, we have buckets. We can make a well.
Nice.
Way before stream started, I got every other thing set up for it, and I was just like, why aren't there buckets? I guess we'll make buckets eventually. Okay, why is nobody able to traverse the zone? Like, you should be able to go there and then up the stairs? Or is this the wrong kind of staircase? No, it's downward, and then... Okay, they need to access the upward. Let's do that. Oh no, that's a wall. I also like the implication that this human is just hanging on to a cliff right now, just like, no, I'm vibing.
Yeah. Why not? Like, he's just enjoying it.
Okay, we have movement.
Okay, so what is the... On that bottom floor there where we have our tavern, what is the flashing brownish stuff versus the brownish stuff that seems to remain once it's done, once, like, the other stuff disappears?
Ooh, the flashing brown is mining designation.
Okay.
Some of the brown is just, like, some of it here is mudstone.
Okay, okay.
Domas the Drescher has been possessed
Oh no.
and claimed a mason's workshop. I wonder.
And the music notes represent.
Those are the armor stands.
Ah, I see.
So if you were to have your standard dwarven home, you have a chair and table.
An
You have
armor
room for
stand. Yeah.
Yeah, your meals, your drinks, an armor stand, a weapon rack, got a chest, a cabinet, and then that's your bed. Stukos lives there.
God, the idea of having to live sleeping next to your armor rack just. Jesus Christ. I hope I never need access to armor that quickly in my life.
Maybe you just want to wake up to it very fondly.
That's true. Maybe you really like the aesthetic of your armor. You know what? You've changed my mind on this. I just really like the aesthetic of my armor, and I want to wake up to the sun glistening off of it every day.
Okay, why is no one brewing? We need brewers. You brew.
It's because they're all enjoying listening to stories.
It's a conspiracy. They're distracting you from making alcohol. You need everyone on brewing duty. Especially you, Tumbling Ton. Hell are you doing? You're authorized for brewing. It's your excuse.
Yeah, seriously. Just lazy.
Okay, I got you, I think. You just Dodoc the Tanner. Okay, does that make difference? Is anyone gonna start? Hey, brew drink from plant. Think we're achieving alcohol. What, did you just decide not to?
No, just... Nope. You don't get alcohol. No alcohol for you.
What? Sir?
Do we have the ingredients to make alcohol?
I guess we're still making barrels?
Jesus
we have enough
Christ.
wood. Making buckets and barrels. I guess we're just behind. It's tough living out here, I guess. At least we have a lot of other. Oh, we have pears. Still have some milks and various eggs. Well, we still have access. I'm going to finish these floors. Okay. We've got a legendary door.
Is it like RimWorld? Does it tell the tale of so-and-so shooting a guinea pig or something?
Oh, yeah. Let's see.
Legendary
Should be
doors.
in,
Very interesting, though.
Okay, description.
The artwork relates to the settling of the dwarf Olin Hero Bridge in ancient brass in the midsummer of 188. I see. Okay. An Olin Hero Bridge is laboring. That's good. Good for him.
Okay, Olin? Okay.
He's having the time of his life, apparently. Oh my god, is that Olin? The guy from the door?
You know what? We don't have a door to the manager's room. Normally, actually, no. I commissioned a pedestal. I'm gonna put that like
Oh my god,
very fancily in the market.
Could you fucking imagine? You're not the manager. Instead, you're on the door of the manager's office laboring away while your manager tells you you need to work overtime.
McDonald's.jpg.
Oh, please. Everyone knows that McDonald's doesn't hire its employees to do the promo art. They hire random actors.
Because real employees' souls are too defeated. Okay, these go up to there, so I'm going to start walling these off. Just with wood. They don't need to be flame resistant. Where does that go up to? There. Space of 1 from that tree. Let's leave a little opening so people can get through.
Yeah, we can put another legendary door there. Sorry, I just find the idea of legendary doors really amusing.
Oh, there's all kinds of things that get frustrating, like legendary floodgates.
That I could see, though. That would look really cool. If you had, like, Olin and, like... Probably Olin again, let's be real. He's the door guy.
He's the door guy!
on either side, looking like he's holding back the door of the floodgates. That would look pretty sick.
Also, look at how good these guys work when they all actually are able to do their jobs. Like this series, if anything, is a condemnation on men. Okay, that goes out to there. Just gonna put this down for now. And we're gonna go here. Chop down. There is that one tree. Now, if I go and check out any of these, they don't have colonies, even though there's a colony of honeybees right there, and workers. I think we just need some good quality beekeeping.
Ooh.
Actually, we have a tavern and everything. We should start making stone goods too. Some pots.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, yeah, we have the stone stuff. We might as well. It's the way to go.
Make some jug. You know what? Let's make some mug. And since we don't have the mussel shells, let's make some rock crafts. We gotta give our craftspeople something to do.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Now this we want to make as long as there's like at most dwarves are raging drunks like 300.
I mean, yeah, that
Both
tracks.
of these.
That really tracks.
These ones I'm just going to make based on empty ones. Oh, I forgot the regions. Just in case anything happens. Sometimes when you get the strange moods, it'll make someone just like not be able to complete their artifact and they go nuts. And then no matter what, it's not good for that dwarf, but sometimes it's bad for the rest of your fortress.
Right.
Still completed.
Yeah, Solid Joel, we get yeehaw music now because it's the pony races.
Okay, nobody's smoothing stone either. Mibsbith, putting you on stoneworking.
Have fun with that, Mibsbith.
Oh, maybe it's fail sorted. Okay, you know what? I'm going to change our prioritizing. That's on 4. I'm going to move it up to 1. I'm just going to make all our smoothing happen in the background so that everything gets nice and pretty and fancy. So far, this is actually a really peaceful fortress, truth be told. Something bad has to be around the corner at this point. Okay, next level.
I mean, we do keep inviting people in, and we're just giving them ale for good vibes.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, one has to assume that it's going to be a problem in the future.
Much like aquatic tarts, it's not a very sound system of either governance or economics.
Yeah, no.
But hey, they're vibing. They're grooving. Let me build any one of the instruments we can put down. I included one in the embark because we had a few extra points. We still don't have a lot of rooms for these 41 people, so...
Yeah.
Right, bed, 10. Door, no, not iron. Door, wood, 10. Table. Cabinet. Chest. Some of these do actually contain people's goods when they, like, use them.
Yeah.
That being said, apparently some dwarves are just really messy, so occasionally you'll just see rooms that are strewn in random garbage.
I like that that's a thing. That's very fitting, very accurate.
Oh, hunting dog's fighting a squirrel. How we doing? Giant moth? Oh no. How's our dog doing? Still good? Still vibing?
Doggo's still good? Doggo's still good.
Okay, we really need booze. We gotta get on this.
Dwarves need alcohol. Everyone knows that all dwarves are alcoholics. It's the law.
Barrels are gonna be the law of the land. This is a bomber-style universe, okay? We're big, beefy boys that need big, beefy things full of wood to hold our booze in.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I made this space. Now most of these are open. I'm going to build a forge down here. I think I'm going to leave the other one open for when we know what we want to do with it. And what was the other one? A smelter. I'm going gonna start ordering that we make charcoal. Smelt some of that tetra. And we don't need to make anything yet. Just do that. Conditions based on relations and product. At least 100. There we go.
If I'm quiet, I'm just vibing to the music.
Oh shit! Yo!
Oh my god!
What's this?
I'm alright.
Playing the corset? Wait, how's that spelled? With a T, okay.
And the party rocker's in the house.
Wait, what was it called? The Kisoff? Corset, that's it.
Corset guy.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh wait, other people are playing too. Simulating something. Okay, they're just beatboxing.
Nice. Everyone's just
Everyone's dancing!
Everyone's
They're
raucously
dancing it up.
yelling. Hell yeah.
Okay, let's view this activity. I'm gonna grab a beer real quick.
The dance has reached the point where its accompaniment is at the theme, a bridge passage, and a series of variation on the theme. The Carmine Droplet is a social group dance originating in the Orb of Sculptures.
Okay,
The form guides dancers during improvised performances. The dance is accompanied by any composition of the adorable tress. The dancers perform in a double circle, moving to the music's uvel. I've never actually seen that word. Uvel rhythm. All right.
Yeah, so different parts of this game have been expanded based on what people like to see.
Yeah.
Some of it is cats getting drunk and mating too much,
Nice.
and the game slowing due to too many cats, and that's why they put the taverns in.
Nice.
Some of it's the background lore and the engravings, so they made big elaborate temples. Oh, that reminds me, we actually have to build a temple.
Oh, right. Yeah, that was on the list.
And then the other one is just these auto generation things, the ridiculous, like, this stuff. This is just like, come on. Why?
As always, the Untak pentatonic scale is thought to be of as two disjointed chords drawn from the fundamental division of the perfect fourth. Jesus Christ. Like, fucking... Every aspect of this game, they just kind of went, alright, so for this, I'm gonna go way too in-depth with music. Like they had one guy who's played piano for years and is just like, oh, dude, please, let me use all of my years of knowledge. Let me just write a fuck ton for you. I have a degree in music and a degree in English literature, please.
Alright, I've made that a little museum. Maybe people will hang out there. Probably won't. Way it goes. So some of those are getting done. Some barrels are getting made. Still no drinks. Why? I'm getting suspicious of you. Oh no, there was a barrel. I just saw a barrel.
Well, fancy that. We have barrels.
Okay, they're prioritizing people's homes, which, like...
Fair enough,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
These people don't have homes and they want homes, so they're gonna prioritize that shit.
Okay, 2 levels down, so we could put the temple on this side, towards where the waterworks are. Or we could put it on this side. Let's look at... how do we do that? There's some parts of this game that aren't great. Do that. Meeting area, assign location, add. We'll assume that we're making a temple to Cult of Burns,
Yeah.
which is associated with death and revenge. Okay.
I like it, even though...
It's Luke the Scars of Runsk. Which, I don't know what that means.
You know, maybe it's like...
There's probably enough people, like, believe in this deity.
Maybe it's like death as like the honorability of death. We respect all life in that regard. And revenge, maybe it's like, you know, talking about how you need to need to outstretch your hand to everyone, and the moment they betray you, you pound them into oblivion.
Olin the Door Guy worships this deity.
Yeah.
Olin the Door Guy could be the priest of death and revenge.
Yeah! Doors, death, and revenge.
It's all just plots and schemes and goblin vampires. Metal as fuck. I like it.
Love it. Everything about it.
So maybe we put that under the tavern. Further away from... It's not like a fancy, nice, we have fountains kind of temple. It's the same thing. They need room for temple dances. But because they're a temple and we don't have a hospital, or they are a death deity, I think we put our hospital in here, or across the hall maybe, if it's a bit too much.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do we trust them with the hospital?
I think we trust them with the hospital.
Okay.
If nothing else, we have easy access to sacrifices.
So I'm gonna make 2 little chambers here for, like... Actually, you know what? I should recess this a bit. Make it so that they have this central sort of area. Let's give them some room for fellowshipping. You know?
Yeah.
Clogging
Famous
up the
last
vestibule.
words. Look, I'm sure the death cult will do fine with hospitals, alright? They know everything there is to know about death. They can keep people alive.
It stands to reason.
Yeah.
Actually, is that how big the band shell is? Yeah, same size. Okay. Go up here. Make it like a spooky ass real church where you have to inexplicably route through other rooms to get places. You have to go through the dormitory or the tabernacle. Maybe we'll put a little spot in there. That's where we'll put the... No, we don't need to do any of that. I'm gonna leave that like that.
That's why my doctor is a mortician. Exactly. Who better to know how to keep you alive than a mortician that studies death all day? I really like, there was... Did you ever watch Scrubs?
I did actually, up until the bad season, and I heard there was a bad season. I got there and I was like, wow.
Yeah. I mean, the bad season was the last season, which theoretically you could just skip because it doesn't fucking matter at all. Uh,
Hmm.
but I just remember Doug, the the guy who's like a failure of a doctor, until like one day he's down in the doctor that's giving like autopsies and stuff like that is
Hmm.
like, man, I can't figure out how this guy died, and they're like, oh, it's easy, it's that.
Hmm.
Upstairs they call that the Doug. He's just so good at telling how people died because he is fucked up in every single way. Which begs to mind the question, how many people died under his care?
Makes you wonder how much their legal department spends.
So much.
All right, my favorite part: elaborate catacomb complex. Let's fucking go. Let's make it deep. We got an antechamber. Boom.
Nice.
All right, so I'm gonna start with the antechamber
Okay.
and like the space there. We'll have to put down coffins, ideally before people die, but like afterwards, they'll just be very sad because they endured the decay of a loved one. But same thing with the temple. We can put down like statues and altars and like displays to put things down on.
Okay. The elaborate honeycomb complex. Yeah, you don't base religion in honeycomb structures? It's great. You can have a cultist in each of the like sides of the honeycomb and they're still able to see all the other sides of the honeycomb without having to turn their head. Simple.
Really combing it up.
Yeah. And then you don't have to get like too complex. Like, can you imagine anything larger than like a honeycomb shape in terms of like sides? God, it would just be awful to make every room look like that.
I know. Everything has to be honeycombs. That's how you do it.
Yeah. And then you wouldn't be able to
Bagging up
have
forever.
like weird doorways that like you don't know where they lead. Although that is reminding me of that one Minecraft server that we had where I literally just built like square rooms. And
I
like
forget. Did you end up doing the thing that you said you were going to do, where you finished it and then started arbitrarily blocking up doorways?
no, I never finished it. I was never satisfied with it. And it's a
You just made the
wonder.
back rooms.
Yeah, I
It's
literally
just the
made the
back
back
rooms.
rooms. It's a wonder that I didn't realize I had OCD before this. What do I do when I hop on a Minecraft server? I literally just dig straight down, make identical sized rooms, and fill every single one with like stone walls and stone floors and everything like that, and just make a fucking liminal space of rooms. And that's literally all I did on that server. I did nothing else on that server.
Mhm.
People didn't even know I was on that server.
Just making the back rooms.
Just making the back
Okay,
rooms.
this is driving me insane. Why are there so few, like, barrels? When will we achieve barrel?
We need to achieve peak barrel. Do we have to have more people assigned to barrel? What's the work order for barrel like?
Let's add another carpenter's workshop here. Just because we have an empty space.
Might as well.
Like, we go here. Barrel! It's in there. Make wooden barrel.
Yeah. Is there like a limit on it? Or
I think
like
we're just backlogged on barrel.
Jesus Christ.
Actually, that reminds me. I gotta go here and make sure that we give people room for their personal mugs and pots. So I like to put the pots down just because, like, it makes me think of Zelda. I'll be real. Like,
Yeah. You need to have the Zelda pots.
making this game making this game functional is chump change. Making it fun is different.
I mean, you can make things functional pretty easily in this game. It's already starts off functional to some
It's so
degree.
streamlined.
I mean, yeah, it really is. To a degree, it really is. If this is your jam, you just need to find the fun in it. Really, that's all it is.
It's fun if you can locate the fun.
Yeah, exactly. You have to find the fun in this game. If you don't find the fun, you're gonna be sorely disappointed in, in this game. Because this game is not meant to be a AAA title that shoves fun down your throat.
No, it must be mined hard.
Yes. You must become like the dwarves with which you manage.
See, we have pots. We have mugs. It's happening.
But no barrel.
What are you doing? Who's this? Do you already have... Oh, Saskel the Sawmill. The Furnisher. You've been here since the start. Saying, be happy. I will. I will.
I tell myself that in the mirror every fucking day. Be happy, goddammit.
Does it work?
No, God, no. The antidepressant medication, though, still doesn't really work. But, you know, it's a start.
We love starting.
Yeah. Oh, I'm fantastic at starting things. Remember that Digimon playthrough I was doing? I do regret not playing that Digimon game more, but like, it's so difficult to do voice acting on stream. And like, I'm not talking about real voice acting, I mean the shit voice acting that I do. Like,
well, it's part of what they teach you for voice acting when you go to learn it, right? Is how to actually make it nice on your throat.
Yeah, well, like, it's not even that. It's just there's so much anxiety involved with that. Doing like a 3 to 4 hour stream where you're just making shitty voices. It's brutal. It is torture to my own sanity. Oh, I got so many worshippers.
Okay, how's that? It's a shrine. We agreed to build a temple. We gotta make it nicer than that. Actually, it's supposed to have the band shell. Actually, that bugs me that it's not a singular. I'm gonna make it just one big box. There we go. So we gotta make this nicer. You can put down some
How about some barrels?
barrels.
Seeing as that is probably the most sought after thing in our entire fucking kingdom.
Honestly, if it's dedicated to revenge, we have these little vestibules. I think that we just, as an act of spite, just barrels.
I love it. It's amazing.
Someone here vibing. Already, people are coming down here like, man, I haven't had anything to drink in weeks. Wait! Drink 20?
We got drink!
We got dwarven wine.
We got wine! Hell yeah.
We got wine, we have multiple milks. We have cherries, apricots, sand pears.
And all the helmets you can eat.
Mm-hmm.
As plump as can be.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's what dwarven wine is made out of.
That tracks. Yeah, that tracks.
Okay, I gave an order a while back for rock statues, because I have these little, like, alcoves that I want to fill up. Those are taking a while. Seems like we gotta get some higher skills in here, and that's gonna take some time. So,
Yeah, probably.
but the extra carpenters are really helping with getting the barrel supply up. If anything, I'd say we're being very effectively barreled.
We've got it rolling.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. I'm like scrolling through the uploads that we've done. Because I'm trying to remember if I actually uploaded the last time we played Dwarf Fortress.
I'm sure we did. The boxes are seared into my retinas.
But I can't remember. Oh, yep, no, I see it. Yep. I titled it Dwarf Fortress, but I don't know what I'm looking at. Perfect.
Do you
now? Kind of.
Oh.
It's come back to me. I've got it a little bit.
Wondering if that's affected our... Okay, it hasn't affected our value quite yet.
Yeah, don't say the barrels didn't affect the value.
You know, I'm gonna... Actually, priority one's already going on up here, right? Yeah, they're way behind smoothing. They need to build up their skills anyways if we want to get up to snuff. Hope the Cult of Revenge isn't disappointed that we didn't build their shrine as agreed.
What will they do? Will they seek revenge? Nah, they don't seem like the type.
I will say that small wall really helped to like keep all our cattle in one place.
Yeah, oddly enough, it's doing a really good job. Not really sure why it's doing a really good job, but it is doing a really good job.
I guess just out of directions they can panic, they tend to find wall in return.
That's fair.
10 dead. Get another level going, boys. This game actually comes with built-in, like, macro stuff for people who want to be like, I'm just gonna auto-designate an entire, like, rooms full of furniture and, like, area to be mined out.
Yeah, that makes so much sense to me because, like, I would be looking at the what's the button the entire time. And just having the, like, auto macros... It just makes sense. I would never remember them, but I would know that they're there. And that's the important thing.
It's really good at making you feel like in the modern day you're an alien attempting to operate a human computer. Okay, we're furnishing this level, so we're up to 20 bedrooms. Oh, that's an extra door that shouldn't be there. There. I'm gonna turn these into rooms so people can start sleeping in the holes immediately, because there's enough of them that I'm sure they're not picky at this point.
Yeah.
So, I know you're a fan of cheese.
Love me some cheese.
I want to show you something that is known as Dwarven Radar.
Oh, God.
So, what you do is you zoom all the way out, This has been discovered by the community to find cave layers.
Okay.
You start picking locations, and you start going down. Oh. This. They're not far. Oh.
I see.
Is that just a downward channel? No? No, that's the layer. It's kind of sparse, though. It's a good thing we're using this dwarven radar here. Be on the... Oh, no, it goes deeper than that, doesn't it?
Zoom. Enhance.
I know, right?
So what exactly is that telling us?
That there's space that a farm plot could be built.
Ah.
So I'm using this to find out where the cave layer is, because there's usually a cave layer.
Okay.
But you know what? I think I might just have to try and do it the good old-fashioned way. With some exploratory method.
Oh,
Oh god.
I have lost it now.
Well, it's been a couple hours, and that just destroyed all our progress. How do you feel?
Oh, it crashed?
Yep. It didn't like me zooming that fast.
I think that's probably the perfect way to end this.
Yeah.
So much for cheese.
So much for cheese.
We cheesed the game so hard that we completed it right then and there.
But this is Dwarf Fortress Classic for $40 on Steam right now. You can get Dwarf Fortress.
Go buy it. It probably has better community support than the old one.
Yeah.
Actually, do they have... I'm curious right now. They have a workshop. So that right there is amazing. Okay.
Well, there goes the game.
Yep, there goes the game. Alright, we're gonna call it here.
We lived. We learned.
And we died.
We learned.
The barrels got revenge on us.
We learned.
Oh god. Alright, tune in, I don't know, tomorrow or something where I play RimWorld and hopefully the same thing doesn't happen. As always, thank you everyone for your support. Have a good day.